Why would one need to break wooden boards in the first place? Well, basically, it's meant to test how much power one can generate. The thicker the board or the more boards you use, the more difficult it is to break them.
Secondly, it shows you how well trained your limbs are. Often, people end up breaking a hand or foot when hitting the board.
Let's take a look at this. Of course, not forgetting to shoot with our high-speed cameras. When we play back the footage in slow motion, we can see a wave travel up the athlete's arm during the strike. This is repercussion, an effect after the contact of fist to wood. It appears as if the fist itself loses its rigidity during the strike. It seems that the fist will now be broken and not the piece of wood.
This is a false impression. It comes from the fact that a person hits a hard surface, and the energy which he sends is from his body. It travels from his body when he strikes. It comes across a very hard surface, and this is what causes repercussion. And the soft tissues of his body, they vibrate, trying to absorb it. Again, in order to prevent the athlete from injuring himself, to prevent the dislocation of a joint, strain of the tendons to make sure his ligaments stay healthy, and his muscles are not torn, for example.
Let's make it more interesting. Now we have several boards instead of just one. And he will employ a chop with the edge of his hand and not his fist. What strikes the eye immediately when we watch the video slowed down 100 times is what happens to the human hand during impact. The hand is literally flattened the moment it hits the wood. To be honest, when I watched this video in slow motion, for me, it was a kind of revelation to see the hand become deformed as much, because I cannot feel it myself, and this is not visible when I view the video in real time, and my senses do not tell me anything. It seems that the hand stays rigid. Yes, it does seem that your hand stays rigid, but after watching the video, you can see that it becomes deformed. These changes in the human body, when influenced by pressure, are in fact a defense mechanism invented by nature itself. We do not have a hard shell or sturdy chitinous scales. Our skin is thin and our bones are brittle. But the water that makes up our muscles and body fat is a kind of natural shock absorber for any outside interference. No matter how hard you train, one can't turn his body into stone.